Hello guys, another Photoshop workshop. This one is called Faucheur. It's named after Jean Faucheur, who does lots of, I suppose, geometric montage. Look him up on Google. He mostly does all by hand montage, so with a scalpel and ruler and what have you, or circular cutting compass. We're going to sort of move this or transfer this technique to a digital method. Obviously a lot simpler doing it digitally, but there's loads of different faucheur, whether you're working with circles, squares, strips, triangles, and it's basically copying and duplicating sort of selected areas in these geometric shapes and then moving them around the place, arranging them in grids and patterns and what have you. So this finished image here is we're doing a sort of circular faucheur where we've copied a section, we've rotated it, and then obviously reduced the selection, copied it again, rotated it again, and so forth and so forth. So we're going to use this on the original image, which is this one here. It's quite easy to do, and you just keep repeating the process. So here we go. We're going to use the elliptical marquee tool here, and what we're going to do, we're going to hold down Shift and we're going to click and drag while holding Shift, a nice large selection like so. Okay, I'm just going to move that up a little bit, probably roughly around about here. Okay, do it on any portrait, any image, any landscape, yeah, just experiment. Okay, we're going to press now, to duplicate this to another layer, we're going to press Control J. Okay, if you're on a Mac, that's Command J. Okay, so you can see in your layers palette here, we've got, under layer 1, we've got the duplication of the circular section. Okay, next we're going to press Control T, or Command T if you're on a Mac, and up here in the properties bar we're going to change the angle of rotation. We're going to put in 10 into this box, so it's going to rotate it by 10 degrees. We're going to press enter on the keyboard and enter again, 2 enters. Okay, so you can see it's rotated. What we then do is we control click on the thumbnail of layer 1 to bring back the selection, and then we go to the select menu, we go to select, modify, contract. Now depending on how big your image is in resolution, it's going to vary on what number you put in here. I'm going to put in something like 60 pixels. If you've got a sort of image taken on a 24 megapixel camera, you may be putting in 80 or 100, let's say, but it's up to you. You can change this later. Okay, so you can see here the selection has been reduced, and yeah, it's just the same thing again. So I'm going to go to Command J or Control J. So I've copied it onto a new layer, layer 2. I press Control T to free transform. And in the angle up here, I'm going to put another 10 degrees. Now, you can actually angulate. I'm doing it in a rotating kind of way, but you could do it 180 degrees a time or something like that. It's totally up to you. I'm going to press enter twice. There we go, so it's rotated twice. I'm going to control click my thumbnail, and so on and so on. So repeat the process, select, modify, contract, 60 pixels, press OK, and then same thing, Control J, Control T, rotate it another 10 degrees, press enter twice, and there we go. I'm not going to complete all of this today, but that gives you a sort of a feeling of what to do and how to go through the motions. I will probably be doing some more Faucheur videos, but you can download the Photoshop notes, and there's 4 different ways using various tools. So the elliptical marquee tool, the rectangular marquee tool, the polygon lasso tool, are basically, yeah, the ones that you can use really for this experiment. Now, there is one other thing that you can do with this, and it is putting a slight bit of bevel and emboss on each of the layers. If you double click on the grey area of each layer, like so, you get the layer style or property, the layer properties come up. If you click on bevel and emboss and make sure it's ticked, and then click on contour as well, you'll start to see, if I increase the depth here a little bit, you'll start to see a line around the artifact. And I'm going to click on, let's have a look. I'm going to click on, yeah, I'm going to click on bevel and emboss, and I'm going to click on down. And there's lots of other things you can vary here. You can vary the size of the embossing as well. It's up to you how much or how little you want to do. Probably don't go too crazy. And then what you'll do essentially is double click on each layer and do exactly the same thing, and you start to get that effect. Last one, same thing again. There you go. Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you soon.